So you're on the 5 minute time frame, right? I see you seeing this breaker structure here, and then a correction, but you gotta remember that that's still a lower time frame. So you just heard the beginning of a conversation that I was having with someone last night about the NAS100 setup. Now that TP2 has hit, I'm about to show y'all exactly why I was so confident in taking this setup. Now look, we are on the 30-minute time frame, and as you can see, we did hit TP2 here. Now, the reason that I took it, let's go to the higher time frames, because we know that the higher time frames, holds more weight. Now, if we look at this, let me clear my chart. If we look at this, we can see that NAS had an impulse on the daily. We broke this structure here, broke this resistance, and we had an impulse. And now we're making our way down, because if we have an impulse, we got to have a correction back to that previous structure to then continue to go higher. So let's go to the 4 hour, and we can see clear as day that we're making lower highs and lower lows in the market. Just lower lows and lower highs. So even on the 1 hour, like, you have to remember that you have to look at every time frame. All the time frames tells a story. You can't just look at one time frame and try to execute off of that one time frame itself. So we're still selling. This is a lot of selling pressure. So we go to the 30-minute. Now this is why I took the trade, because we had this impulse breaking structure here. We had this correction. And then I took this, you see TP hit. This was another impulse breaking structure, also breaking structure here, this is the 4 hour breaker structure here. So that lets me know, okay, I need to be looking for sales, because we're just falling. We're making lower lows and lower highs. There's no buying opportunity right now, unless you want to go against the trend and try to counter trade the small moves on a smaller time frame. But I've been just, the trend is your friend. The trend is your friend. So here we had another impulse, break a structure. We had a correction, make it bigger. We had a correction. We came back to this, where we at? To the 78.6 on the fib. And then I just waited for my entry variation, which is a bearish candle that closes below a full bullish candle. And you see this bullish candle here. This is my entry variation line. As soon as we close below it, that's why I got in right here, because when we closed, we was already, down here. So I got in, and here we was about like 240 something points in profit. And then we ended up coming back and retesting this area again, hit the 61.8. And then that's another entry you could have got in before it dropped down and hit our TP2. Now, we just made another impulse today. So we can draw our breaker structure line here. Now that we done made a new impulse, we know impulse, correction, continuation. So now that we have that new impulse, we can go ahead, and price is already correcting. We can go ahead and put our structure point down here. And now we're just waiting. It's just a waiting game now. Sit on your hands, and let's see if we can get another entry variation. As long as we don't break above our lower high, then I'm just going to continue to look for sales until the market tells me otherwise. When we break structure and we have an impulse to break structure and have a retest, then I will be looking for buys. But until then, I'm taking sales. And you know what I'm saying? That's it. And this is the reason why I don't force trades. I just wait for my setup to come to me and then I execute. It's just as simple as that. Stay consistent and just follow your rules. And it's a game changer.